Hello again and welcome to a new video. This is our September 2017 67 plate BMW X3 M Sport Auto with the 8-speed ZF gearbox. The car's covered 41,800 and something miles with full service history, both BMW and then BMW Specialist. The car is also just one owner from new. Now the whole car has been detailed to a very high level. All of the bodywork has been machine polished. We fitted some black gloss grills to the front of the vehicle, and we've just had all of the wheels fully refurbished, powder coated, so all tyres off, stripped and recoated, new centre badges, and the car is looking absolutely magnificent. There are no ding dents or scratches on the vehicle. I'm just going to come down low on the driver's side here and just show you, if you look down the side of the panel, you can just see how nice all those panels are. There's no ripples, no ding dents. Just bring you in a little bit. What a wonderful shine we've got on there. And those wheels. So they were originally diamond cut, the wheels. They're the 20-inch wheels, but we decided to go black with the sort of theme. Most people that want a black car like everything sort of blacked out, and as you know, the diamond cut finish doesn't last very well. It sort of oxidizes under the lacquer. Come in nice and close. All of the body work. Now we have had the front bumper repainted. There was just little specks on there. It's been professionally done. We use very good paint shop, and it's come up really nice. You can see that the headlights also, no peppering on the headlights. I'll just come around the front. So there's the black gloss grills. All of the decals or the grills within the bumper are not damaged. They're all in lovely condition. Got front and rear parking sensors, all the fog lights. And then if I bring you up onto the bonnet here, excuse me, I'm just going to bring you slowly across so you can see this front edge is not peppered. Even the badge is really nice and shiny. There's a few specks of dust on the car there, but there's nothing. There's so much reflection, it's quite hard to show you, but there's nothing nasty on the paintwork. No bird dropping stains, nothing at all. It's got a wonderful shine, as you can see. Look at that. And again, if we just come back a little bit, I'll show you down the side of the passenger side. You can see how really clear those panels are. If I bring you in, you can see there's no ding dents, no ripples. And what ripples, basically what you're looking for, is to see that it hasn't had any previous paint work where there might be filler, and if there has been, quite often within the reflection you'll see like a sort of slight waviness to the panel and the reflection. Of course this isn't. All nice and genuine. So let's just come back out. I'll bring you round. So this is the 2-litre XDrive. Now these are 181 brake horsepower, but we've had this one retuned by Celtic just to make it stand out a little bit from the others. And this is running about 239 brake horsepower, so you still get that economy. This will do into the sort of early mid-40s in Eco Pro mode. But when you're pulling away and accelerating, you've just got that little bit of added power to give you a smoother pull away, and it really drives really nicely. We've got heads-up display. We'll come up onto the roof. There's a couple of very tiny, insignificant, tiny little chips along the front. Probably no more than about 3 or 4, which we've touched in, that are very minor. Gloss black roof bars as well, because sometimes they're just finished in like a matte black sort of vinyl. These ones are all matching with the shadow chrome around the windows. We've got the sun protection glass at the back, you can make out there. Let's bring you back out. Yeah, so going back to the Celtic remat, it just makes the car a little bit more effortless when you're pulling away, having that extra torque as well. Let's bring you in and show you these alloys. So running on the Pirelli Run Flat tyres, and as I say, all of the wheels have been refurbed, all new centre badges. Bring you to the rear one. Really glossy and shiny. We've got all, if I just open and shut the door, hopefully it'll come on. LED lighting under the handles. Let's just come back, I've got the wall behind me here, so show you the back bumper and the tailgate. Rear lights, no damage on those either. Let's just move around. We've got rear camera, of course. I'll bring you round to this side now. So if we come in a bit closer, actually, you can see that all the trims down here are really nice as well. No dents, no scratches. And we've got the rear camera just up at the top there. I'll just bring you up onto the roof at the back here. No damage up there. All around the filler cap. No scratches around there. Show you the rear wheel. Obviously they've all been done, but we'll show you anyway. So that's the rear wheel, front wheel, and still quite a lot of tread left. All the tread is even on the tyres. Like I say, Pirelli P0 run flats all round. So looking really good there. So we're going to take a look inside next. Just bring you around slowly so you can see the vehicle. With my squeaky shoes on the floor. Okay, let's take a look inside. Now, I can't remember if it's Dakota or Navara leather on this, but they always look the same to me. But we have got the contrasting stitching as well, which is quite nice, with the brushed aluminium. Now, the door card, again, all in really nice condition. Clean all the way down. No marks on the edge or dig marks. All of the handles. And we've got the Hartman Kardon sound system, which has extra speakers, a bigger amplifier. We'll come down here to look at the seal with the door shut. BMW overmats, all the carpets are in really nice condition. And then the seats, and you can see more of that contrasting stitching here, how it sort of breaks the leather up. Very supportive, the seats. And we've got the inflatable bolsters on the side, which are inflated with the little rocker button there, little switch there. And being M Sport seats, this all pulls out. There's a lot of movement, height adjustment, angle of the base on the BMW seats. There we go, sorry about that. And we've got the professional media as well, heated front seats. Apple CarPlay is on this vehicle as well, fitted from new with BMW. So all looking really nice and tidy in there. So open up the rear. Again, we've got the Hartman Kardon sound system. Oops, sorry, wrong one. So we've got speaker up here, little tweeters, and the speakers down there. There are speakers under the front seats as well and up on the top of the dash. Again, looking down the door edge. Underneath, no damage. And then the shut on this side. No dig marks or damage on there. And the rear seats, no impressions or anything. Got Isofix, center armrest, all the headrests, all in really nice condition. And then the back of the front seats, again, no damage. And the center vents there, no damage on there. Sometimes these areas can be scuffed or damaged from people in the back resting their feet on them. How dare they? Anyway, it's all in nice condition there. Let's come out of there. Now I've got the key in my pocket, so we can open up the boot with the key. You can close the boot with the key as well by pressing and holding. I'm just going to take you along the top edge of the bumper here. You can see there's nothing nasty on there either. And then kick plate along there. I've got this pulled out, this parcel shelf at the moment, just so you can see that this hasn't got any damage or scratches or anything like that on it. Just try and get better focus, there we go. Okay, so we can just pull that out of there. It goes in, so. And all of the carpets in the boot are in really nice condition. No marks, no damage. We've got a 12-volt socket there, so if you have a little refrigeration chill box, you can plug it in and keep your food, drinks, whatever it is, all nice and clean in here. And then these little bits here on the side, little hooks to put your carrier bags on when you've done your shopping. This side, I think this is just an access point. And then underneath, we've got some more storage just under there. Pop that down, and just to show you, well, we've got extra speakers in the back here, part of the Hartman Kardon sound system. And there's no damage. I think that's just a bit of fluff. Yeah. No damage or rips at the top there. And the tailgate on the inside, no nasty damage on there. You quite often just get tiny little nicks where something slid around in the back, but there's nothing, no nasty gouges or anything. So we'll use the button this time to close it down. We'll come round, we've been round the filler cap, so let's open up driver's side rear. And again, I'm just having a good look round. No damage on the handles. We look down the outer edge of the door as well. And the door shuts. And all the rubbers. Oops. Try and tap the screen to get the focus and keep tapping on the zoom. So really come up really nice, this car. Okay, and I have checked all of the door edges, but none of them have got marks on them. Just flip the lights off for a second. So, the door that gets all of the use, the driver door. Let's have a good look on here. No damage to report on there. Again, nothing on the outer edge. Right the way down to the bottom there. And if we look at the seal, and where all the pedals are, really nice and clean. And we've got folding electric mirrors as well, which is an option. Hartman Kardon speakers, central locking buttons, your fog lights, your headlights, auto, and then the driver's seat. Again, let's check the bolsters out. No wear. This is the area to check, but no wear at all on there. I think, is there a... Okay, so let's just put that seat back a fraction so I can get in. There we go. And then the steering wheel. Good look up on the top. All the way around, all of the leather in nice condition. And we've got the black gloss trim inside with the brushed aluminium. Now the aluminium trim, in fact if I show you on the door card, there are some very insignificant little marks. It's probably where people have like their keys in their hand, little like pinpricks. I mean, it's just a bit of normal wear. It's very minor, but for the benefit of the video and being transparent, we try and point out everything on the vehicle. Okay, let's jump in. We'll just move the seat back. And I think we'll start her up. So keyless start. So another 15,000 miles or next year before the next service. Now we're going to bring you up. Oh, and you can just see the mileage down at the bottom there, sorry, 41,814. So we've got the heads-up display, and for those of you that are not familiar with the heads-up display, just above the wheel arch there, the projector is showing us currently the speedo, and then the one to the left would be the traffic sign assist, so it'd show you the speed limit of the road that you're on. Now using the mode button down here on the steering wheel, let's just come back out, this one here will take you through, I'll press in a second, and then you've got the roller button that you can also press to select. So let's just zoom back in. So by pressing the mode button first, you can see we've got DAB, FM, AM, music collection is the hard drive, auxiliary, save stations, and back to DAB. If I use the scroll wheel, you can see that we can scroll through the channels and then press to select one. Now your sat nav will show on this display as well. You can also, if I bring you now down onto this screen, now if we go into my vehicle, I think it's this one here. Yep, if we go down to displays, this is where we can turn the heads up display off. Now if we turn it off, when you press the mode button, it will then bring that information down here. So in the summer, if you wear polarized glasses, you will struggle to see the heads up display. So when that happens, you can turn the heads up display and you can see down here. You can also see your last dialed numbers, which you can also see on the heads up display when that's on. Let's just go back in here. Displays, heads up display. We'll turn it back on, and this is information displayed, so speed limit info, route ahead assist, cruise control. It will show you control messages, entertainment for your telephone as well. So we come out of there and we can adjust the brightness, the height, how high, so depending how you sit in the car, and the rotation. So if it looks a little bit off to the side like so, or the other way, you can adjust it to get it nice and straight for your seat position. So I'll come out of there. Now, before we do anything else, this button here, if you're not sure what this one does, this is for your collision warning, pedestrian alert, and lane departure warning. So you can configure your front end collision warning point from early through to late. So it'll warn you if it thinks you're going to go into another car. And if a pedestrian goes to walk out in front of you, then basically it will alert you of that as well. Now if we press that again, so that I'm guessing turns it all off, and that turns it all on. So that's what that button there does. Okay, so using the iDrive wheel or the shortcut buttons, if you press the buttons more than once, so if I press, there we go, press again, and it will bring you up a slightly different display with shortcuts along the bottom. I think the first thing I'm going to do, if I come out of there, I'm going to show you, I come down to vehicle status. This is where it'll bring up your tyre pressures. On the left here, you can measure the oil, check control, service requirements. So I just wanted to show you brake fluid is not due till next year. Engine oil, we've got another 15,000 miles, or well, just under 2 years. Vehicle check, rear brake pads 18,000 miles, front one's 22. We go to the top, service history. So this will be the pre-delivery check. Next one down should be oil and filter, because they're about every 2 years or 19,000 miles. And that was done obviously on time rather than mileage. This one should be a brake fluid change there. The first one's 3 years, and after that every 2 years. The reason for that is, you know, when the vehicle's brand new, all of the fluid in there is new, so you can change it after 3 years. After that, you'll never suck out all of the fluid, so they shorten it to 2 years. And then this service here was a big service with fuel filter, etc., and that was all done at 25,000. And then we've got another front brake pads, brake fluid, rear pads, so they were all done 29,000 miles, so just over 10,000 miles ago. Then we've got another service this year, engine oil and microfilter. So all up to date in there. We've got the media, DAB stations, FM, music collection, CD, my phone and another phone in there. Now we've got your sound system where you can adjust the equalizer, etc., for the Hartman Kardon sound system. And just to remind you, there is Apple CarPlay. I'm just trying to remember where I can show that to you. Media. Okay. I'll take pictures of the, I don't want it to try and activate on my phone, so it'll stop the video. So, okay, let's come down here. I'll try and get a better focus. So we've got dual climate. Now, we've got a synchronise button, which you don't have on all of the BMWs. So let's just turn that fan. So we can synchronise temperatures. We've got the heated seats. Let's just turn that up so it doesn't blow so hard. Automatic reventilation, or recirculation, sorry. Reventilation. Making up new words. Right. And then down here, cup holders, another 12-volt socket, and then we've got our, oh, it's very bright all of a sudden, gear stick, park on the top, drive modes, sport. You can see the Parking sensors have come on there. Turn that off. We've also got down here brake hold. So when you're in gear, no, I haven't got the seatbelt on. You have to have the seatbelt on. Auto hold will come up. In fact, let me put it on. I'll show you. Bear with me. So we've got it in gear. Now the auto hold is on. So in the center, I've pushed down on the brake. I've taken my foot off of the brake and it's automatically holding us. If I touch the accelerator, it'll come off automatically. So if you're sat in traffic and you're on and off the brake and you want to rest your foot, put the auto hold on and it will save you the job of having to rest your foot on the brake, which is quite nice. Right, let's take this off. Now, what else do I need to show you in here? I don't think... we've got all the iDrive settings that we were looking through a second ago. Dates, units. So Eco Pro to Sport mode. So Economy Pro will basically change the ECU settings to give you much better fuel economy. It feels a bit flatter on the throttle, but you'll get much better fuel economy, as I say. With these settings here selected, so we've put the climate basically onto Eco, which restricts the amount of power it will use. Coasting, you can see when you take it off that the efficiency drops. What that will do is when you come off the throttle, the vehicle will coast almost like it's in neutral rather than getting engine braking. And if you select a lower speed that you want to stay to, like on a country road for example, you'll get like 100% efficiency. If you go to comfort, that's a balance setting, so steering weight and engine power will all adjust for a comfort. Sport, the ECU will give you a bit more power. We can also bring up sport displays on here, so you can see the power that you're using, and we can configure sport. Now this car doesn't have the adaptive shock absorbers, so this will affect not the chassis but the power more than anything, and maybe the steering wheel. And I don't think they have Sport Plus Ace, no. So, okay, all the books are in there, so you've got a full set of books. Just have a, oh, we're out of focus, come on. Okay, we've got a lot of light coming through the doorway. We've got the cruise control on the left of the steering wheel and speed limiter. So if we set the, okay, speed limiter or cruise, that's the cruise control, sorry. Do we have speed limiter on this one? We've got cruise control. I know there's not a speed limiter on there, it might be somewhere else. I think there's a speed warning, sorry. Yeah. I think, right, let me just pull the bonnet, give Dan a little toot. He's going to come and open the bonnet up. All of the upper panel here of the lighting is unmarked as well. And then we've got, oh, I'm pretty sure this might be, I'm going to check this, I think this might be wireless charging. Now it was on the spec, but we didn't think it had it, but I think it has. I'll check that out and I'll put it in the advert so that, just to clarify that. But I think that is the wireless charging there. Okay, let's jump out. In fact, I'm going to turn the engine off. It'll be a lot easier than trying to talk over the engine. So let's, first of all, let's come up so you can see all of the engine bays here. Before anything, all of these areas in here are all hoovered out, take any leaves out. You don't want to be jet washing down there and turning it to mush, because it will block all the waterways up and the water won't be able to flow out. And if it can't flow out, it will eventually see its way into the car through the bulkhead, through one of the holes that are there to carry wires, etc. All in really nice condition. So twin power turbo. Now on this engine, what that means is that the turbo itself is a twin scroll. So it's like the inlet side of the turbo is sort of split in two to do 2 cylinders on one side and 2 on the other. And what it makes for is a more efficient, fuel economy, and also less lag. So it will spin up quicker. That's the idea of it. It's very bright in here today. I'm really struggling, trying to get this to dim down. But all nice and clean under there. Take a look up here as well. All really nice and shiny and clean. So the guys spend a lot of time doing this all by hand, and we use a lot of like WD-40 sort of products to clean around the engine bay. But nevertheless, it's done a really great job. Okay, let's close that down. Always best to let it fall down nice and fast rather than gently and then pushing on the panel, which will cause dents. Okay, thank you for being patient while we went around the vehicle. Now, if you need any finance quotes, please give us a call. There is a finance calculator on our website. The rate is currently 9.9. Now, rates are due to go up, and I sense that they might get moved. So try and take advantage of that now. We have some fantastic warranty products, and the warranties on the cars that we have cover the extended warranties you can take out. Will cover anything from like oil seals and gaskets, engines, gearbox, all sorts of things. So please ask, any questions you have about warranty extensions. Right, well, thank you for taking the time. As I say, hope to hear from you soon. Give us a call. We'd be happy to help. Take care now. Bye.